Hi, this is Coach Joe Lucas, and welcome to this episode of the Magellan Network Show. Recently I was asked by a member of the media during an interview, what are the five most important things, or actually what they said was, what are the most important things every advisor needs to do in order to be successful? Like, if you have to put some core principles on the table, Joe, what are they? So I thought in this episode, what I do, I would share them with you. I call them our Magellan Core Five. If you really think about it, if you look at any business, any profession, any industry, anything in regards to success, you're going to find patterns, things that are repeatable, things that no matter who the person is, that they basically are repeatable from person to person to person to person. That that they kind of permeate, if you will, over and over again. So what I want to do today is share with you our five things. So the first one, and I want you to get this visual representation. You see me putting my hand up for those of you who are watching the video feed here. I got my hand up and I've got my fingers sort of extended out. And the reason why I'm doing this is how I remember, and this way I teach my clients to remember, hey, one hand is 80% of your success as a financial advisor, all right? So what's the first one? The first one is that you have to have the right morning success ritual. And the right morning success ritual means it is not getting up, searching for your phone, checking emails, going on CNBC, going on all the news things, all your news feeds and all that other stuff, right? And you're starting your day just, with information that is not going to help you accomplish your goals. A proper morning ritual is about reviewing your goals, reviewing your game plan, visualizing your success, having a conversation with yourself. Maybe it's journaling, maybe it's exercise, maybe it's something spiritual, right? But we take the first hour of the day and we get our mind right, right? And whether that is we're doing it over a cup of coffee outside, or you go to Starbucks, or you're doing it at home. I'm not a fan of doing it in the office, quite frankly. I think there's too many distractions. If you can commit to winning the first hour of every day, you'll win the day. But yet so many advisors, it's shocking to me. And over the last couple of weeks, I've done a series of introductory phone calls for my coaching work, which lead to some people going through an evaluation with me if they're qualified. And it's fascinating how when I ask them, hey, tell me about the first hour of your typical business day, I get it's the same thing over and over again. Well, Joe, I get up and I check my email, and then I check the news. I see what's going on in Europe and the future markets, and it's like rinse and repeat over and over again. And I sit there and say to myself, well, yeah, dude, this is why after 25 years, you've been kind of plateaued for the last decade, right? You just can't do it the way you've been doing it. And I think that's one of the messages here. If you're looking for a breakthrough in your business, and your brain is like, well, how do I get my business to do this? How do I get more clients? How do I do this? That is not the right question to ask yourself. The right question to ask yourself is, what do I need to change about me? What habits do I need to change? My daily approach to success, what do I need to do there? That's what's truly most important. So the thumb, morning ritual. Next finger, right? Contacts. We are in the communication people business. And for some of you who have been around, look, and I've been around a long time too, success in our world years ago, or if not decades ago, was measured by what? At 4:01 Eastern, you would tally up how many tickets you dropped and how much commission you made, and you very quickly knew whether or not you had a successful day or not. Instantaneous, right? There was no, well, I don't know. It was like you did it, either you celebrate it or you beat yourself up. There's no in between with that, right? Well, today, totally different. So we've got to create our own game. So the first element is going to be contacts. So how many clients we're going to be speaking to today? And speaking to is just a term. There's modalities, right? You can call them. You could be meeting with them physically. You can be emailing them. You can be texting them. The compliance people didn't hear me say that. There's a lot of different modalities, right? So when I say contact or communicate, you could do any one of those, right? But how many do you need to do every day, right? And I don't know, again, I'm going to talk just here if I was in front of the room. Typically, I would say 10 to 15 without knowing your business as just kind of a baseline to go with, 10 or 15 contacts a day. Then what else we need to do? Well, the third piece, right? We need to go ahead and get people in front of us. And again, that's just a term. They can physically come to your office for a review or a meeting, or you can do it virtually, through GoToMeeting or Zoom or WebEx, or whatever conferencing you have available. That counts also. So how many of those do you need to do every day, right? So, typically for my clients, it's going to be between 2 and 5. Okay. So morning ritual, contacts, how many meetings we're setting, right? So whether we set them or we have our team set them, however, or our staff, the third piece is you got to give them the calendar to see them, right? And we're not doing drop-ins. It's the third element, okay? Fourth element, what we call introductory conversation or intro combos, INTRO combos. There's a fancy word for referral conversations, right? So I am not a fan, nor do I believe that an advisor or any professional should put their clients on the spot for getting names. So it's not about, taking the pad and kind of sliding it there, or the index card or a piece of paper. Hey, do you know 3 or 5 people that might use my service? Or do you know 3 or 5 people that are getting ready to retire? Or anything like that. That is not what we're going to do. What we're going to do is just remind our clients as we talk to them on the phone, as we video conference with them, as they come into our office for reviews. Hey, keep me in mind. I'm open for business, or if you run across somebody we can help, love the opportunity, or don't keep us a secret, or we're accepting new clients, or whatever it is that you want to say. It really doesn't matter. There's no magical language. There's no urban legend, magical referral letter that exists. It's just not there. What matters is you stay consistent with that, okay? That's number 4. Then the 5th one is tracking our KPIs. And it's funny, when I talk to advisors about, hey, tell me about your KPIs, they like, what's a KPI, right? And if you're in management consulting, that's all we talk about is KPIs, key performance indicators, right? Key KPI, key performance indicators. Now, there's several that you already know about. You still never looked at them that way, right? Assets under management, number of clients, premium, trailing 12 revenue, average revenue per household. So you have KPIs now, you just haven't looked at them that way. So what we do every day, how many contacts do we make? How many meetings did we set? How many introductory conversations did we have? Right? Those are the 3. And did we execute our morning ritual? Those are the Magellan Core 5. Ritual, contacts, meetings, intros, track it all up. 5 things. Now think about this for a second. If you were to have, and let's just keep things simple. I don't want to get into different, calendar models and stuff like this on this episode. What would happen, and just hear me out. What would happen to your business if for 5 days a week you did this? Morning, 15 to 20, 2 to 5. Oh, I never give you the standard on the intros. 3 to 5, right? So 3 to 5. Did that 5 days a week, or even 4 days a week, take Fridays off, right? I'm cool with that. And you did that for 40 or 45 weeks a year. Let's take a lot of vacation, right? What do you think would happen to your business? Do you think it would move the needle? Do you think you get some more clients in the door? Do you think you serve them better because you're communicating with them better? It's shocking to me. Again, I've been doing this game now for over 25 years. And I think as an industry, we tend to overcomplicate things. Because, we bring the practice management consultants in. And again, I'm not trying to throw shade on anybody here. They serve a purpose, obviously. But if you're sitting there trying to figure out workflows and trying to figure out technology, and you're not talking to your clients, and you're not doing your morning ritual, and you're not, reminding them that you're open for business and you're here to help people, and you're not tracking it all, I guess that'll make you feel okay. You'll be better organized for sure, right? And that might help move the needle a little bit, but that's not going to give you the breakthrough. The thumb is the core, which is what? Our morning ritual. I have people that have done all, I mean, you literally have done every coaching program. I'm not going to get into names, but they've gone to the mountain thing, and they've done the strategic thing, and they've done all these things, right? And yet they don't have a morning ritual. They're a hell of a lot smarter. They are better organized, and they're a little bit better. Till you get this figured out, the morning ritual, your contacts, all these other elements, right? It will not happen. It will not happen. Now, why is the morning ritual? And again, I'm not gonna kind of go down a rabbit hole with this, but real quick, why the morning ritual is so important? It's where you work on your mindset. Yes, mindset / psychology, because your mindset and your psychology are 80% of your success. There's always a Pareto's law here, by the way. Notice that. I can give you access to the brightest practice management consultants, marketing consultants, HR consultants. Like we could build a world-class business for you. But if you as the leader is not right, none of it matters. I was talking to a pretty successful advisor just the other day, referral into me, and at one of the major independents, successful. And his goal is he wants to double his business in the next 3 to 5 years and bring his son in the business, which is great. I love I deal with a lot of family businesses. They're a lot of fun because there's a lot of stuff going on always, right? There's always these undercurrents. And so we're talking, and he goes, well, Joe, what do you think? Do you think it's possible for me to double my business in 3 to 5 years? And I'm looking at it going, well, you're basically a 7-digit guy now, revenue-wise. So you kind of know what to do. The problem is you can't do double what you're doing, right? You can't double up and then double rev. That's what a lot of advisors don't realize, is that you really can't go from X to Y by doubling your effort. You have to pivot your model. You have to shift your model. It's that pivot and shift, right? Here, then up, right? So we're talking, and one of the things I told him was, what do you think it takes to scale your business? What do you think it takes? And that's always a very interesting question. And I'm going down a whole different. It's Friday, and I feel like I'm in a good mood today, so why not? I was talking to somebody, and I said to him, I said, what do you think is necessary? And he goes, well, you get into the more, like, well, I'm going to need more. I'm going to need more staff. I'm going to need more clients. I'm going to need more assets. And you get into the more. I call it the more better game, right? Oh, I want more, and I got to get better. How do you put a plan around that? You can't, right? These are concepts. So I said, look, here are the 3 things all businesses need to scale. And for those who are listening and watching, you may want to write these down. What you need is systems, right? So you need your practice management people to come in, right? Build your workflows out, your contact manager out, how you're going to do reviews, all the, you got to systematize it. The proverbial elephant, the unicorn, right? The practice manual, right? All that, you need that, right? Next thing you need the right people. So we talk about talent, not just talent, but talent in the right roles, right? So right people, right chair, right people, right seat. Because most advisors, and I say this, and because I work with a world-class HR person who is just a rock star for getting my clients talent. And one of the things I tell probably 95% of my clients, you suck at the HR game because you want to hire everybody. You just want to give everybody a chance, and you hire from the heart, and you suck at it. And I use those terms, and they know it. And if any of my clients will sit there, yep, that's what he says. You're not an HR professional. You're not an HR expert. Do not be in that place. I can't tell you how many clients, how many advisors in my career, they hire the wrong people, they put them in the wrong roles, they pay them, and they don't get it back. And now you're stuck for a bit, right? That will devastate any momentum in any business, okay? So talent. But the most important thing, then we're going to end this kind of sideways episode. The most important thing is the mindset and the psychology of the leader, because that permeates the entire organization. And it's literally shocking to me how so many advisors make that like, oh, like an afterthought, right? It's like, well, I go get more bodies, more this, more that, and no. So the question I always ask everybody is this: if you want to double your business in 3 to 5 years, or any goal, the first question you better ask yourself is this: who do I need to evolve into? Who do I need to become to make that happen? Right? Because if you're like, well, I'm just going to be me, right? I'm just, I don't need to change. I don't need to get better. I don't need to elevate. You're dead in the water. It will never happen. And for some of you, that statement was just an epiphany. Because you're like, I've been pushing on growth now for 5 or 10 years, and I'm stuck. I just can't get up. I can't get out of that 5 or 10% range. I can't get that breakthrough because you're trying to get your business to break through, and you need to make the breakthrough first. So, what have we covered in this episode? A lot, right? We talked about our Magellan Core 5. I gave you some little sidebar stuff, right, on scale and psychology and morning rituals. Do something with this, all right? Let's go have some fun. Let's go be successful. And last thing I want to say, look, this is the greatest profession in the world. I talk to a lot of people, and I got my clients doing a lot of cool things, going trips around the world, working remotely, getting out of the winter, having a second place in Florida or Arizona, working from there. It's a really cool gig, but you got to build it and you got to honor it. All right. So if any of this made sense to you, come check me out. YouTube, my website, MagellanNetwork.com, MagellanNetwork.net. Come check me out. Spend some time with me. Let me help you. Have a great day. So there you have it. If you've enjoyed watching this episode of the Magellan Network Show here on YouTube, go ahead and make sure you subscribe to this channel. Also, I want to offer you a complimentary 14-day free trial to my group coaching and mentoring program, the Magellan Network. So go ahead and visit MagellanNetwork.net. That's MagellanNetwork.net. And I'll hook you up 14 days, no strings. I promise you that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on our next episode.